Seniors, this one mistake is why you wake up to pee at night. Hey there, if you're a senior who finds themselves waking up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, you're definitely not alone. Nocturia, or nighttime urination, affects a significant number of people as they age. But here's the thing. What if I told you that waking up to pee at night isn't just something you have to live with? What if I told you there's a simple mistake that's likely causing it, and it's completely within your control to fix? I know what you're thinking. But it's just part of getting older, right? Well, here's the catch. It doesn't have to be. In fact, that nighttime trip to the bathroom could actually be the result of something you're doing without even realizing it. The good news is that once you understand what's going on, you can make a few simple changes that will help you sleep through the night and feel more rested than ever before. Now, you may have tried cutting down on fluids before bed or sleeping with your legs elevated, but even these efforts may not fully address the root cause of the problem. So in today's video, we're going to dig into why waking up to pee is such a common issue for seniors, what that one mistake might be, and most importantly, what you can do about it. By the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge and the tools to take control of your sleep, eliminate those inconvenient nighttime bathroom trips, and wake up feeling more refreshed. I'll explain how something as simple as timing your fluid intake properly can have a massive impact on reducing the frequency of your nightly visits to the bathroom. I promise, by addressing this one small change, you'll not only sleep better but also feel more energetic and improve your overall health. So if you're tired of waking up multiple times a night just to pee, stick with me and let's take a closer look at how you can fix this once and for all. Let's get started. Number 1. What is nocturia and why it happens in seniors? So before we dive into the solution to your nighttime bathroom trips, let's first understand exactly what's going on in your body when you wake up to pee at night. This condition, called nocturia, is the term for frequent urination during the night, and it's something many seniors face. What is nocturia? In simple terms, nocturia is when you wake up during the night with the need to urinate. It can happen once or several times throughout the night, disrupting your sleep and leaving you feeling groggy and fatigued the next morning. Now, it's normal for most people to get up to pee at least once in the night, but when it happens multiple times or interferes with your quality of sleep, it becomes a problem. Why it happens more as we age? As we age, several factors contribute to the development of nocturia, especially among seniors. Our bladder capacity naturally decreases, and the muscles that control the bladder can weaken, leading to more frequent urination. Additionally, the hormonal changes that come with aging can affect how much urine is produced and when it's stored. Another reason why nocturia is more common in seniors is due to reduced kidney function. As we get older, the kidneys become less efficient at filtering and concentrating urine, which can result in increased urine production at night, often when we should be resting. In men, prostate enlargement can also play a role in nighttime urination. The enlarged prostate can put pressure on the bladder, making it difficult to fully empty it, which may lead to frequent urges to urinate, especially at night. What's normal and what's not? Now you might be wondering, is it normal to wake up and pee once during the night? The answer is, for many people, yes. But if you're waking up multiple times a night, or if it's affecting the quality of your sleep, it could be a sign that something is off. What's interesting is that there's actually one major mistake that seniors commonly make that contributes to this problem, and that's something we'll address in the next section. But first, understanding that nocturia is a common issue as we age is essential to figuring out the solution. It's not just about getting older. There's a reason behind it that's often overlooked. Number 2. The big mistake. Timing of fluid intake. Now, let's get to the big mistake that most seniors make without even realizing it. Are you ready for this? It's all about the timing of your fluid intake. Yes, the fluids you drink, and when you drink them, can make a huge difference in how often you need to get up to pee at night. The problem with drinking too much before bed. The most common mistake is drinking too much fluid in the evening, especially close to bedtime. The timing of when you hydrate is just as important as how much you drink. When you consume too many fluids too late in the evening, your bladder is forced to fill up while you're sleeping, and this leads to the need to get up in the middle of the night to relieve yourself. Why it affects you? Our bodies don't process fluids the same way when we sleep. Blood flow to the kidneys decreases while you sleep, and the kidneys produce less concentrated urine. But if you've had too much liquid right before bedtime, your bladder doesn't have enough time to process the fluid properly, and it fills up, causing that unwanted urge to urinate during the night. The culprit drinks. Certain drinks are more likely to contribute to this issue. For example, water. While water is essential, drinking large amounts close to bedtime means it will pass through your system and collect in your bladder while you're trying to sleep. Caffeinated beverages. Drinks like coffee, tea, or sodas that contain caffeine are known diuretics, which increase urine production. Having these in the evening can increase the likelihood of needing to pee at night. Alcohol. Alcohol not only irritates the bladder but also acts as a diuretic. It can disrupt your body's natural ability to regulate urine production, making you need to pee more often, especially at night. How much fluid is too much? The general rule of thumb is to limit your fluid intake in the 2–3 hours before bed. This doesn't mean you should avoid drinking altogether, but it's important to be mindful of how much you consume during the evening. If you're someone who drinks a lot of water throughout the day, consider reducing the amount of water in the evening and focusing on drinking most of your fluids earlier in the day. Aim to drink smaller sips in the evening to stay hydrated without overloading your bladder right before bed. If you're prone to nighttime trips to the bathroom, try to cut out caffeine and alcohol after 4 or 5 p.m. to prevent disruption in your sleep. The simple fix. Here's the simple fix. Timing your fluid intake so that you're consuming the majority of your daily fluids earlier in the day. This allows your body the time it needs to process those fluids before bedtime. If you're someone who tends to drink a lot of water at night, try switching to smaller sips in the hours leading up to bedtime. This way your bladder won't be so full when you lie down to sleep. It's an easy, actionable step that can make a world of difference in how you sleep at night. Number 3. How medications and health conditions contribute to nighttime urination. Now that we've covered the timing of your fluid intake, it's important to recognize that certain medications and health conditions can also play a significant role in waking up to pee at night. While timing your drinking habits is one crucial factor, many seniors unknowingly deal with underlying medical issues that contribute to nocturia. 1. Medications that increase urination. Let's start by talking about medications which are often the silent culprits behind frequent nighttime bathroom trips. Some common medications, especially those prescribed for heart conditions, high blood pressure, and diabetes, can lead to increased urine production and nocturia. Diuretics, water pills. One of the biggest offenders here are diuretics, often prescribed to treat conditions like high blood pressure, heart failure, or edema fluid retention. These medications increase urine production by helping the kidneys remove excess salt and water from the body. Unfortunately, when taken later in the day, diuretics can cause an increased need to urinate at night. How it affects you. Diuretics can make you run to the bathroom during the night, even if you've limited your fluid intake. While these medications are crucial for managing heart conditions or swelling, they can disrupt your sleep if not taken at the right time. What you can do. If you're on diuretics, try to take them in the morning so your body has the day to process the extra fluids. Speak to your doctor about adjusting your medication timing or exploring alternative medications that may cause less disruption to your sleep. 2. Other medications that contribute to nocturia. There are other medications like antihistamines and certain antidepressants that can also increase urination as a side effect. Some medications, including sedatives or muscle relaxants, can relax the bladder muscles, which can impair bladder control and increase the frequency of urination during the night. How it affects you. These medications can cause urinary retention during the day, but when they wear off during the night, they can trigger a need to pee. This can interfere with your sleep, as your body is not as efficient at holding urine while you rest. What you can do. If you are taking medications that might contribute to nocturia, check in with your doctor. There might be an alternative medication or a dosage adjustment that could help prevent nighttime urination. It's also important to avoid taking antihistamines or decongestants in the evening. 3. Health conditions that contribute to nocturia. In addition to medications, several health conditions can make you more prone to waking up at night to urinate. Diabetes. For people with diabetes, especially poorly controlled diabetes, high blood sugar levels can lead to an increase in urine production known as polyuria. This means your kidneys are trying to remove excess glucose from your bloodstream, which results in frequent urination. Nocturia is a common issue for those living with diabetes, heart failure. Congestive heart failure (CHF) can cause fluid to accumulate in the lower extremities during the day. As you lie down at night, this fluid can shift and enter your bloodstream, leading to increased urine production by the kidneys, causing nighttime urination. Prostate issues for men. Men with an enlarged prostate or benign prostatic hyperplasia (BPH) may experience difficulty fully emptying the bladder, leading to frequent urination, especially at night. The prostate can put pressure on the bladder, causing the urge to urinate more often, particularly at night. How it affects you. These conditions create an imbalance in how your body handles fluid, often leading to excessive urination at night. Not only does this affect sleep, but it can also create discomfort and inconvenience. What you can do. Managing underlying conditions like controlling blood sugar for diabetes, elevating your legs to reduce swelling for heart failure, or treating prostate problems can help reduce nocturia. Speak to your doctor about possible treatments or changes to manage these conditions more effectively. Number 4. The connection between sleep disorders and nocturia. We've already established that fluid intake and medications can contribute to frequent nighttime urination. But what about the role of sleep disorders? If you're struggling with poor sleep quality or an undiagnosed sleep condition, this might be affecting your bladder function and contributing to your frequent bathroom visits at night. 1. Sleep apnea and nocturia. One of the most commonly overlooked sleep disorders in seniors is sleep apnea, which occurs when breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. This can cause fragmented sleep and disrupt the body's ability to regulate fluid balance. How sleep apnea contributes to nocturia. When you have sleep apnea, your body experiences periods of low oxygen levels, which can trigger your kidneys to produce more urine. The result is increased urine output during the night, leading to those frequent trips to the bathroom. Sleep apnea also leads to poor quality sleep, which can make nocturia even worse, because your body doesn't enter the deeper stages of rest where bladder control is naturally regulated. What you can do. If you suspect you have sleep apnea, it's important to get checked by a healthcare provider. Continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP therapy, can help alleviate sleep apnea symptoms and improve sleep quality, which may help reduce nighttime urination. 2. Restless leg syndrome, RLS, and urinary frequency. Another sleep disorder that can worsen nocturia is restless leg syndrome, RLS. RLS causes an uncontrollable urge to move the legs, particularly when lying down or trying to sleep. This discomfort can disrupt sleep, leading to an increased need to get up during the night, not only for leg relief but for urination as well. How RLS affects you. The constant leg movements or discomfort from RLS may cause you to shift positions frequently or get out of bed to alleviate discomfort, which can result in waking up and needing to pee. The constant disruption of your sleep cycle makes it harder for your body to regulate fluid balance and hold urine overnight. What you can do. Managing RLS symptoms can involve lifestyle changes like reducing caffeine, leg stretches, and certain medications. Improving sleep hygiene and maintaining a consistent bedtime routine can also help minimize disruptions caused by RLS. 3. Insomnia and nocturia. Insomnia, difficulty falling or staying asleep, is another major issue that can contribute to nocturia. When you don't get enough rest, your body's fluid regulation system can get thrown off, and this can lead to increased urine production at night. How insomnia contributes to nocturia. When you're not getting enough sleep, your body may not be able to effectively manage fluid balance. This leads to excess fluid retention during the day, which shifts to your bladder during the night, triggering the need to urinate. What you can do. Focus on improving sleep hygiene. Keep a consistent sleep schedule. Avoid heavy meals or caffeine close to bedtime, and create a relaxing pre-sleep routine. If insomnia persists, talk to your doctor about potential treatments. Number 5. The importance of proper fluid timing. Now that we've covered some of the medical reasons behind nocturia, let's talk about one of the most effective strategies to reduce nighttime urination: timing your fluid intake properly. You may be surprised to learn how simple changes in when and how you drink fluids can help your body process them more efficiently and prevent those nighttime bathroom trips. 1. Why timing matters. The key to reducing nocturia lies in timing your fluids so your body has enough time to process them before you go to sleep. The simple fact is that drinking a lot of fluids close to bedtime is one of the most common causes of waking up to pee in the middle of the night. By evening, your kidneys have already been working throughout the day, and they naturally produce less concentrated urine during the night due to reduced blood flow to the kidneys when you sleep. Why it affects you. If you drink too much before bed, your kidneys are forced to continue processing the excess fluids while you sleep. This causes your bladder to fill up, and you wake up with the urge to urinate. Limiting your liquid intake in the hours before sleep ensures your body has time to handle fluid buildup before you turn in for the night. 2. Ideal fluid timing. When to drink. Here's a simple guideline. Drink the bulk of your fluids earlier in the day, and reduce your intake as evening approaches. Aim to finish most of your hydration by early evening, at least 2–3 hours before bedtime. This way your kidneys have time to process the fluid before you head to bed, preventing the need to wake up and urinate. Morning to afternoon hydration. Start your day with a good amount of water and hydrate well through lunch and early afternoon. This allows your body to distribute fluids and use them efficiently throughout the day. Evening hydration. Cut down on your liquid intake by 6 p.m. or 2–3 hours before bedtime. This gives your bladder time to empty out before you go to sleep. A small sip before bed. If you find yourself thirsty right before bed, it's okay to have a small sip of water, but avoid drinking large amounts or anything diuretic like caffeine or alcohol in the hours leading up to sleep. 3. How to adjust fluid intake for medications for seniors on medications, especially diuretics. Adjusting the timing of your medication and fluid intake can make a huge difference. Diuretics, also known as water pills often prescribed for high blood pressure or heart conditions, can increase urination. If you're taking diuretics, talk to your doctor about adjusting the timing so that you take them in the morning, giving your body the day to process the fluid. What you can do. Take diuretics in the morning or early afternoon to allow your body to process the fluid before evening. If you have any doubts about when to take your medication, consult your healthcare provider. Number 6. Strengthening your bladder and pelvic floor. Another highly effective method for reducing nocturia and improving bladder control is through bladder and pelvic floor exercises. These exercises help strengthen the muscles that support the bladder and urinary system, leading to better bladder control and less frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. 1. Why bladder exercises work as we age. The muscles in the pelvic floor and bladder can weaken, leading to difficulty holding urine both during the day and at night. By strengthening these muscles, you can improve bladder control and help reduce the urgency that causes frequent urination during the night. The role of pelvic floor muscles. The pelvic floor muscles support the bladder and urethra, controlling the flow of urine. When these muscles weaken, it can lead to leaks or the feeling of urgency. Pelvic floor exercises, also known as Kegel exercises, are one of the most effective ways to improve bladder control and help reduce nocturia. 2. Kegel exercises for bladder control. Kegel exercises are simple exercises designed to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, which play a key role in bladder control. These exercises involve contracting and relaxing the muscles that control urination. How to do Kegel exercises. Start by identifying the muscles you need to work. These are the muscles you use to stop the flow of urine midstream. Once you've identified these muscles, you can begin by contracting them, holding for a few seconds, and then relaxing them. Perform this contraction and relaxation for about 10–15 repetitions and aim to do 3 sets per day. It's important to breathe normally and focus on tightening just the pelvic floor muscles, not the abdomen, thighs, or buttocks. Progressing with Kegels. As you become more familiar with the exercises, try to hold the contraction for longer periods of time or perform more sets. Over time, this will increase the strength of the pelvic floor muscles and improve bladder control. 3. Other bladder strengthening exercises. In addition to Kegels, there are other exercises that can help improve bladder control and reduce the frequency of nocturia. Bladder training. This involves gradually increasing the time between bathroom trips during the day. Start by waiting a few minutes longer each time you feel the urge to urinate, until you can hold off for longer periods without urgency. This helps train your bladder to hold more urine and reduce urgency. Pelvic floor physical therapy. In some cases, seniors may benefit from seeing a physical therapist specializing in pelvic floor rehabilitation. They can provide more targeted exercises and techniques tailored to your specific needs. 4. Tips for improving bladder health. In addition to pelvic floor exercises, here are some additional tips to improve bladder health and prevent nocturia. Maintain a healthy weight. Extra weight, particularly around the abdomen, can put pressure on the bladder and increase the urge to urinate. Maintaining a healthy weight can reduce this pressure and improve bladder control. Avoid bladder irritants. Certain foods and drinks such as caffeinated beverages, spicy foods, alcohol, and artificial sweeteners can irritate the bladder and lead to more frequent urination. Avoid these, especially in the evening. Stay active. Regular physical activity helps keep the muscles, including those of the pelvic floor, strong and healthy. Exercise also improves circulation and overall bladder function. Number 7. Diet and lifestyle adjustments for better bladder health. As we've seen, a lot of the factors contributing to waking up to pee at night stem from hydration habits, medications, and bladder exercises. However, your diet and lifestyle play equally important roles in supporting bladder health and preventing nocturia. Let's dive into how making a few simple changes to what you eat, how you drink, and your daily habits can reduce nighttime urination and improve your overall well-being. 1. Foods that support bladder health. Just like any other part of your body, your bladder needs proper nutrition to function well. Certain foods are especially beneficial for bladder health, while others can irritate it and contribute to the need for frequent urination. Bladder-friendly foods focus on foods that are rich in fiber, antioxidants, and healthy fats. For example, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, and cucumbers are all bladder-friendly and hydrating. Berries like blueberries and cranberries help reduce inflammation and have been shown to support urinary tract health. Foods to avoid. Certain foods and drinks are bladder irritants, especially when consumed in large quantities or too late in the day. These include caffeinated drinks like coffee, tea, and soda, alcohol, and spicy foods. If you find yourself waking up frequently to urinate at night, consider reducing or eliminating these from your evening routine. Cranberry juice. Although cranberry juice has been traditionally recommended for urinary tract health, it can also help reduce the risk of infections and bladder irritation. Just be sure to choose unsweetened cranberry juice, as the sugary versions can irritate the bladder. 2. Hydration. How much and when to drink. The timing of your fluid intake is key to preventing nighttime urination, but it's also important to stay properly hydrated throughout the day. It's all about finding a balance between staying hydrated and avoiding excess fluid consumption in the evening. Drink more in the morning and afternoon. Aim to consume the majority of your fluids earlier in the day, with a lighter intake in the evening. Hydrating earlier gives your kidneys time to process the fluids before you go to bed. Water, herbal teas, and natural juices are great choices for hydration. Limit evening drinks. Try to limit fluids after 6 p.m. so that your bladder has a chance to process them before sleep. If you're thirsty, opt for a small sip of water or herbal tea, but avoid drinking large amounts that will overload your bladder. 3. Healthy lifestyle habits. Aside from diet and fluid timing, certain lifestyle habits can make a big difference in reducing nocturia and improving bladder control. Maintain a healthy weight. Excess weight can put pressure on your bladder and affect its ability to hold urine. Reducing abdominal weight through healthy eating and regular exercise can help alleviate the pressure on your bladder and reduce nighttime urination. Exercise regularly. Staying active improves circulation and overall bladder health. Activities like walking, swimming, and yoga are especially helpful in keeping the pelvic floor muscles strong and supporting bladder control. Avoid smoking. Smoking can irritate the bladder and increase the risk of incontinence and frequent urination. If you smoke, quitting can significantly improve your bladder health and reduce the frequency of nighttime bathroom trips. 4. Stress management. Stress is another factor that can impact your bladder health and contribute to nocturia. Chronic stress and anxiety can lead to muscle tension, including in the pelvic floor muscles, which can disrupt normal bladder function. High stress levels can also interfere with sleep quality, making you more likely to experience frequent bathroom visits during the night. Relaxation techniques. Practice relaxation methods such as deep breathing, meditation, or gentle stretching to help reduce stress and promote better bladder function. Developing healthy coping mechanisms for stress will also support your overall health and well-being. Conclusion. Take control of your nighttime routine and say goodbye to nighttime urination. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, from understanding the underlying causes of nocturia to the lifestyle changes and solutions that can help you finally get a good night's sleep without those dreaded bathroom trips. The truth is, nocturia doesn't have to be something you just accept. By addressing this issue holistically, including your fluid intake, exercise routine, medication management, and diet, you can greatly reduce the frequency of nighttime urination and improve your overall health. Here's a quick recap of what we've learned. The big mistake. Timing your fluid intake is one of the most effective ways to stop waking up to pee at night. Drink most of your fluids earlier in the day and avoid drinking too much in the evening. Medications and health conditions. Certain medications like diuretics and conditions like diabetes, sleep apnea, and prostate issues can contribute to nocturia. Adjusting your medication schedule or seeking treatment for underlying conditions can make a huge difference. Sleep disorders. Sleep conditions like sleep apnea and restless leg syndrome can worsen nocturia. Improving sleep quality will help reduce the frequency of nighttime urination. Bladder exercises. Strengthening your pelvic floor muscles through Kegel exercises and bladder training can significantly improve bladder control and reduce the urge to urinate at night. Diet and hydration. A balanced diet with bladder-friendly foods along with proper hydration and timing of fluid intake can make a significant impact on reducing nocturia. By taking control of your hydration habits, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, managing medications, and improving sleep quality, you can reduce the need to pee at night and finally get the restful sleep you deserve. It's time to say goodbye to those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips and wake up feeling refreshed, rested, and ready to take on the day. You've got this. Start making these changes today and you'll see the difference in no time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on healthy aging and improving your quality of life. Sleep well and take care.